Good morning, everyone. My very first podcast on winning ways, along with James and Paul. The lads are trying to get this to be the number one sports and punting channel on the internet, and I'm going to do my best to help them. Um, People who don't know who I am, part of the International Racing Club, founded it a few years ago, worked on at the races, and I don't do too bad punting. I'm not going to start shaving. Those who know who I am know I am how I am. I like to be comfortable, so I'm not going to start shaving and dolling up for this. All we want to do is have winners, show profit, week in, week out, and grow our viewership, as I have done in the past, and my regulars know this is not going to be this is a no frills thing from me. Sometimes a bit rough around the edges, but as long as we get the cash, we know where we stand. My best bet of the day isn't in Flamingo Park. My best bet of the day is in League One tonight. I'm just flicking over to it. We've got Bolton at home to Blackpool. Bolton can't win. Simple. They can't win. They've drawn and lost most of their last games. Blackpool, on the other end, have won 2 of their last games. They're creeping up the table. 7 to 10 to me is a good price. Take a few doubles into it and have fun. If you are in a position that you can lay, then I would lay Bolton, because the best that they can get is a draw out of this game. So for me, Blackpool is a good thing today. Let's get on to Kimberley quickly. We'll start off in the first race, because I have a little bit of a thing going here. In the first race, I can almost guarantee you that a Great Britain is going to win the race. Grant Maroon has Great Glory. He used to train Great Prosperity, trained now by Bill Human. They look like they're going to fight it out. He's also got Conquering Britain in the race. I mean, there's a few Great Britons in the race, and probably a Great Britain's going to win it. For me, I'm going to go with Great Glory, but only if you have to have the bet. Okay, we're going to move on to the 12:05. This is a race of particular interest to me, and that's because I can't make up my mind between 3 horses. And as a result of that, I've backed all 3, and I don't actually have a problem backing 3 horses in a race, because you know what, as long as we show profit, we don't really care. So I've dutched the 3, and they are Our Moon Shadow, which I think might just be the classy one. I really think Burgundy Rose is a danger. But I tell you what, this League of Her Own, carrying 46 kilos, cold dick, and all he's got to do is point and shoot. He doesn't have to do anything else. He's just got to sit on it and point and shoot. The filly has won in Flamingo Park, so she has got the ability to run on the sand. She then went and won in Joburg. She's had a couple of cracking starts in Joburg, and I probably would have this round about the 18 to 10 Our Moon Shadow and round about the 5 to 2 League of Their Own. So this morning when I saw some 5 to 1 League of Their Own, I helped myself. I also took some 10 to 1 Burgundy Rose, and I've covered with Our Moon Shadow. Basically, it's almost a skinner for me. So the lads in South Africa, if you're taking a place accumulator or something, those are the 3 you need to put in: Burgundy Rose, League of Their Own, and Our Moon Shadow. I'll skip through to the next race quickly, very quickly. In my place accumulator, I've put the field in there. The more you watch me on here, the more you'll know that field is my second favourite number. So I looked at this race, I couldn't decide what to do, so I just went with the field. In the 4th race, I think we can escape in the place accumulator with 1, 2, 7, and 10. My preference is for the 10, Kayla's Dream. Brian Joao rides this for Dennis Kaysen, but it's not a race to get too involved with. And then we get on to the 5th race. Another problem for me, because in the 5th race, I really like 2 horses, and I really like Be The Right. Marco rides this for Cliffy Miller. And then I like a horse, bizarrely, ridden by Carl Dickon again, and I can't believe it, because normally I don't like these 4-kilo claimers. I like them to get a little bit of traction. But I looked at his stats. The kid's riding at 15.7% winners. Percentage-wise, is the number 1 jockey apprentice in the country. So Irish Pride for me. Look, I don't understand its form where it's saying not striding out, but all I can tell you is that its mile form isn't actually that bad. And when I start analysing this race slightly differently, and I look at the potential front runners in the race and things like that, I start looking at this horse in greater depth, and I say to myself, okay, look, it's a 7-year-old, it's an ideal world, fair enough, hasn't got that much more improvement in it. But I tell you what, Corey put the blinkers on this horse 4 runs back. Not striding out, poor run. But 6 runs back, this horse run behind Golden Pheasant. at Greyville, and that wasn't a bad run over 1400 meters. Its 1400 meter form, funnily enough, is quite good. 10 starts, 2 wins, a second and a third. So I took the 20-1. Again, I'm going to say the viewers, my followers that know me, know that I get on first. Those are the rules of engagement. So I did take some 20s and 25-1s. I see the horse is much shorter. It's as short as 12-1 with William Hill now. Still more or less value. I think it's a 2-horse race between the 6 and the 9, and that's what I've put in my place accumulator, 6 and 9. I haven't gone much wider than that. And I think if this horse stands up and this not striding out comment isn't too serious, I really think Irish Pride will be thereabouts. Be the right, same. This horse has got very good form, and over 1400 meters could really make them work. It has had 2 starts, never won over 1400, but look at its last 2 starts. Drawn 11, drawn 10. Cliffy probably can't believe that this horse has drawn 5 today, and I think that Be the Right will be thereabouts. 2 horses in the place accumulator there, 6 and 9. Again, move on to race 6. It's a 8-horse field. I just went with a field in the place accumulator. I couldn't be bothered to study this race. It just makes no difference. At 2,200 meter MR66, you've got horses. I couldn't look at this race. Time Master probably will win this by